I want you to picture someone you know, maybe a colleague, maybe a friend, maybe even yourself. Someone who wakes up every morning already tired before the day has started. Someone who moves through life on sheer willpower alone and calls it strength. That was Sandra, 29-year-old, sharp, driven, the kind of a person her office couldn't function without. She was always the first to arrive, always the last to leave, and she wore her business like a badge of honor. But every morning, every single morning, Sandra did something that seemed completely harmless. She skipped breakfast, not because she was dieting, not because she wasn't hungry, but because in the race that was her morning. Breakfast never made the starting line. She told herself she would eat when she got to work. But work had something else waiting. A meeting, a deadline, a phone call. And before she knew it was noon, and her only fuel since the night before was 2 cups of black coffee and pure determination. Now here is why the story gets interesting. Because Sandra's body, the same body she had been pushing and ignoring for months, had started keeping a record. Every skipped breakfast, every missed meal, every cup of coffee in place of a proper meal, it had been counting, and it was getting ready to present the bill. It started with something else to dismiss. Around 10 o'clock every morning, a fog would settle over her. Not sleepiness, not laziness, something heavier, like trying to think through wet cement. Then came the headaches. They arrived quietly, a dull pressure behind her eyes that appeared every afternoon, like an unwanted guest who knew exactly when to show up. She kept painkillers in her drawer. She went through them faster than she noticed. By lunchtime, the hunger became desperate, not the polite kind, the kind that makes your hands shake slightly, the kind that makes you grab whatever is closest, not whatever is best. Sandra ate fast. She ate whatever was cheapest and quickest from the nearest vendor. And for about 40 minutes, she felt human again. But 35 minutes later, the forge returned, and Sandra did what she always did. She pushed through. I need you to pay attention to this part, because this is where Sandra's story stops being ordinary. It was a Thursday. She had a presentation that morning, the kind that had taken her 3 weeks to prepare, the kind that could change the direction of her career. She had rehearsed every slide. She knew every number. She was ready. She walked into that boardroom like she owned it, set up her laptop, took a breath, and began. And for the first 20 minutes, she was brilliant. And then, something shifted. A strange warmth spread across her face. Her vision softened at the edges, like someone had smeared Vaseline on the corners of her eyes. Her mouth went dry, mid-sentence, in front of everyone. She tried to continue. She found the next word, then the next, but her legs had stopped listening. The boardroom table seemed very far away, and the faces watching her began to blur at the edges. What happened next took less than 10 seconds. To Sandra, it felt like a lifetime. Her knees buckled, her shoulder caught the edge of the table, and she went down, slowly. Then all at once, right there, in front of the room she had spent 3 weeks trying to impress. Someone called her name. Someone else called an ambulance. Someone put a jacket under her head. And Sandra lay there on the floor of her own office, looking up at the ceiling, completely conscious, completely confused, wondering what on earth had just happened to her. She was 29 years old. She had no known medical condition. She had not felt sick that morning, and she had just collapsed in front of her entire office. The question on everyone's lips, including hers, was the same. What was wrong with Sandra? At the hospital, the doctors ran every test you can imagine. Heart, brain, blood pressure, blood sugar. Sandra lay there in that hospital bed, preparing herself for the worst. A serious diagnosis, something with a long, complicated name, something that would explain all of it. The doctor came back, sat down beside her, and asked her one question that caught her off guard. "Sandra, what did you eat this morning?" She stared at him. "Nothing." "What about yesterday morning?" She looked away. "Nothing." He nodded slowly. Her blood sugar had dropped to a dangerous level. Not because she had diabetes, not because something was medically wrong with her, but because she had spent months running a machine with no fuel, and that machine had finally publicly shut down. The tiredness at 10 a.m., the daily headaches, the shaking hands, the desperate hunger, the blurred vision, every single sign had been her body screaming the same message in different languages for months, and Sandra had been too busy to translate. Sandra spent one night in that hospital, and in that one night, lying there with an IV in her arm, her presentation unfinished, her phone full of missed calls, she had a decision, not a dramatic one, not a complicated one, firm decision to start listening. She started eating breakfast, something simple every morning: eggs, fruits, oatmeal, even just bread and a glass of water. She started keeping a small snack in her bag, and she started drinking water before she touched her first cup of coffee. Within 3 weeks, the 10 a.m. fog lifted, the headache stopped, the shaking hands disappeared, and Sandra walked back into that same boardroom, this time with fuel in her body and fire in her eyes, and delivered the presentation she had collapsed trying to give. But here is the part of Sandra's story that I haven't told you yet. The part that the doctor pulled her aside to say quietly, privately, before she left that hospital. Something so simple. It almost made her laugh, and so serious it almost made her cry. I will share exactly what he said in the next video. But before that, tell me something. When was the last time you ate a proper breakfast? Not coffee, not nothing, a real meal. Comment below right now. Be honest, because your answer might tell more about your own body than you realize. And if Sandra's story made you think, even for 1 second, about your own habits, subscribe to stay connected, because the next we tell might be about someone who waited too long to listen. Stay tuned.